Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
Canelo Exposed by Bivol proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of Canelo Exposed by Bivol subscribers. Now, going back to more like the Dmitry Bivol side of things, there should be no messing about. Obviously, and I talked about this in another video, but obviously on June 18th, we're going to have a great fight in the light heavyweight division between Joe Smith Jr. and Artur Beterbiev. And, I think Joe Smith Jr. has a great chance to knock out Beterbiev because he's a big puncher and Beterbiev is very, very chinny. But in the event that things go as they should go, if Beterbiev comes out that fight victorious, I really don't think there is a better fight in boxing right now than Bivol versus Beterbiev to become the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. I mean, when this year started, on January 1st, when this calendar year started, the first video I made this year was when I was in a park. I was running around and I was in a park, and it was early in the morning. And the first video I made on January 1st of this year, you can go check it out. I said that this was going to be a banner year, a comeback year for the light heavyweight division. And so far this year, we've had Bivol versus Canelo. We've had what other fight did we have? We had a couple other fights that I can't remember right now, but like Bivol versus Canelo to me is the first like big, massive landmark fight in the division. We're getting Craig Richards versus Buatsi in a couple weeks. We got Zotto fighting soon. So now we got Joe Smith Jr. versus Beterbiev. We had Joe Smith Jr. versus Steve Gaffard early in the year, which was a blowout, but still happened. It was a fight, title defense. I always thought this year was gonna be the year that the light heavyweights came back, and with Bivol winning, it looks like that prediction is gonna come true. Bivol versus Beterbiev is like the best fight in boxing, not only because of them two, but because of who they could fight after. So let's start with those two. If Beterbiev comes out on June 18th beating Joe Smith Jr., that's the fight. That's the fight in boxing to me, because you got Bivol, who is a master practitioner of the sweet science of boxing. Bivol got one of the best jabs, best feints, really underrated right hand, has a lot of things going for him. If anybody says Bivol is the best pure boxer in the sport, I'm gonna agree with them. And I was saying that before the Canelo fight. You got him coming off the Canelo win, looking at himself becoming a star in the sport. Like Eddie Hearn would say, massive global star of sport. He could be that guy. We got him taking on Artur Beterbiev, the knockout king in the sport. A guy that, if he knocks out Beterbiev, will maintain, or Joe Smith Jr., I should say, he will maintain his 100% knockout ratio as the best knockout artist in the sport. Unified champion, undefeated, fought hella killers like Alexander Vaznik. Now he's fighting Joe Smith Jr. He fought, just plenty of guys, man. Been doing this thing for a long time, flying under the radar. And I think now it's his time. Along with Bivol, Bivol's got his due, but I think the fight in light heavyweight division is those two. If he can come out on top against Joe Smith Jr. Bivol has been very humble, and I actually agree with the statement. A lot of people may say, "Well, BT, you're just being a Canelo hater," but I'm not. This is not being a Canelo hater. The reality of the matter is, Canelo Alvarez was never naturally a light heavyweight. He was a guy that came up, who blew through the 168-pound division. Had a good run at 160. It wasn't complete because he didn't fight Andre, but he had a good run at 160, and that's what it was. So he was pushing. He was biting off more than he could chew with Bivol. His luck was eventually gonna run out, and by Bivol beating him, it makes him a bigger star, and it validates to everybody else what I already knew, that he was the best pure boxer in the sport and he could beat anybody. He's that damn good, but it doesn't quite cement him as the #1 light heavyweight in the world, because like I said, Canelo, before this fight, had only one fight at light heavyweight. And yes, he knocked out a light heavyweight in Kovalev, but we know the circumstances of that fight, and I'm going to leave it at that. Beterbiev is a guy, like I said, you can't really do no better than he's been doing. He has a 100% knockout ratio. He's unified champion. He knocked out one of the best light heavyweights in the world at the time in Alexander Vaznik. He's knocked out plenty of good veterans like Hot Rod and Marcus Brown, his most recent fight. And other guys who I can't remember right now. But he has a really good resume for the division, and that's always been a hot take. So he to me, those guys are 1 and 2. You can have them interchangeable. You can have Beterbiev 1 and Bivol 2, or Bivol 1 and Beterbiev #2. But those guys are definitely the #1 and #2 best light heavyweights in the world. Then, if those guys fight, either one of them I think they got to go see Zotto Ramirez. Bivol and Zotto Ramirez had negotiations for a long, long time. Zotto Ramirez said that Bivol ducked him and avoided the fight or whatever. Zolder Ramirez has been a guy that, you know, he's 43-0, and now he's fighting Dominic Bozell, who I don't know anything about, other than that he's German and fought in Germany most of his career. But he was the first ever Mexican super middleweight champion, and he's looking to become a light heavyweight champion, and I think he's probably like the third or fourth best light heavyweight in the division. So those guys gotta go see him. This fight, along with Smith and Beterbiev on June 18th, this fight has done what I said it will do. It's put the light heavyweight division back on the map. You know, this has been a division for a long time that's had a lot of stagnation, a lot of inactivity, and I think this is the year we finally find out who is the guy at 175. Obviously, people are gonna say Bivol is right now, but the reality is Canelo's not a light heavyweight. It's a great performance, no disrespect to him, but Canelo is not a light heavyweight, and to really cement that place, and he agrees with me. Bivol even said he agrees with what I'm saying. He's got to cement himself by fighting the winner of Joe Smith Jr. versus Beterbiev. Now, if Joe Smith Jr. do the unthinkable, all of a sudden, if he knocks out Beterbiev, now you got Joe Smith Jr. in a big time rematch with Bivol, and you know Bivol schooled him when they fought a couple years ago. So that's another thing you might want to look out for. But yeah, you know that fight would be great because although Beterbiev although Beterbiev is a knockout artist, he's not a knockout artist in the same way that like Wilder is. He's very smart and clever about how he's going about with these knockouts. He can box you up and beat you up, and he can beat you up and box you up. So he's a very special fighter in that regard, Beterbiev, and people don't give him enough credit for that. But that's my little 2 cents on Bivol and the whole state of the light heavyweight division. You know, it's a great division. It's one of boxing's 8 original weight classes. It's the glamour division in the sport, and it looks like the light heavyweight division is being restored, which I'm very happy about. So in a way, even though I don't like Canelo, I thank him because of him, he's actually giving us a little bit more clarity in this division, in this weight class. Because now we've seen Bivol, we've seen what level he's at. He beat Canelo, maintained his status as WBA champion, and now we sit and we patiently await for the Joe Smith Jr. Artur Beterbiev fight come June 18th. So I'm going to leave it at that. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Who is the best light heavyweight in the world? And, you know, whether it's Joe Smith or Beterbiev versus Bivol, whoever wins that fight, do any of you guys out there think that Joe Smith Jr. or Beterbiev can beat Bivol in the undisputed fight? Let me know all your thoughts down below. Make sure you guys subscribe to Canelo Exposed by Bivol. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care.
Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.